Right then, next episode. Feels like we're actually kind of getting somewhere now. I might have said that in previous episodes, but we are. It feels more and more like we're getting somewhere, and we're getting closer to the end. So in the last episode, obviously we put the bumper on, sensors and camera and stuff, and we were just routing the cables through and then sending everything down to the front in terms of the reversing camera and stuff like that. So now I've been able to kind of look at it all and go, right, I think I'm done now. So I've cinched down all my cables with my cable tie mounts and everything. So that's all the speaker cables, power cables, LED lighting, and all the parking sensor cables. All of that's now been tidied up, pulled down, and it's all kind of in place now. And it's looking loads nicer and loads neater, which is always a nice step forwards. Makes you feel like you're actually getting somewhere. We've also, in doing that, earlier on, a few days ago, we had all the amp and everything wired up so that we could chuck the head unit just loosely onto it. It's currently sat on the dashboard at the moment, but it just meant that we could power everything up and make sure, mainly actually, that all the door speakers are working as they should be, and that we didn't have any major issues with the doors, because as I said previously, didn't really want to have to take the door cards off again because they're so full and rammed. It's not going to be a fun thing to do, but yeah, sounds good. It's got real potential to sound really, really cool. So yeah, once it's all tuned and stuff, everything's all back in, and then we tune it. Yeah, it's gonna sound impressive. Really is. It's gonna be great. Obviously, because we're just running off the DSP amp, it's not massive power and things. In an ideal world, and if we were doing it in a fit whatever we wanted sort of situation, we'd have another amp in there for running the subs separately. But you know what? It does a cracking job, really does. And like I say, when it's tuned, it's gonna be even better. So we're now at the stage of, what else was I talking in the last video? Oh yeah, the little switch at the front for the LEDs. So that's all in. We've done all the wiring for that, so now I can turn on that switch when the ignition's on, and we have all the front LEDs come on. And now that I've made a good start on the false floor, that's even got LEDs on it, and that all works as well. So we'll have a look at that in a second. But yeah, so that's all working now, and the LED lighting is pretty much done, bar what we got. Oh, we got some 4 more lights to go in the kind of center tunnel. So I think they're pretty much fitted. I can't remember where the center tunnel is at the moment. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. But yes, so we've got the center tunnel lights to go in. And then we just need 4 extension cables that run off the little modules that go through. So we're just trying to get hold of those, and then that can be finished. Then we can start putting like carpet and stuff in, and it will really take another leap forwards. So yeah, at the moment, we're at a stage where stuff, the final bits can be starting to be made, false floor and things like that. You'll notice in here now, we've got these 3 big kind of wooden blocks. So they are just wooden blocks, and in them, they've got these female clip sockets. These are called bow clips. I've not actually personally used these ones before. Good few years ago now, when I used to work at a company building big old super yachts and stuff, obviously all the panels used to get fitted up with certain little clips, and I was trying to find those, but I couldn't. But I found these very similar. You have a male and a female socket, and you just mount them on the corresponding panels and things, and you can clip it all down. It gives you a real nice solid feel. So it means that the false floor that goes over the top can be clipped down. It'll be nice and solid, stay still. But if we ever need to get to it, we need to get to a sub, or we need to get to the amp, or the parking sensors, we can pop it all off, and we don't have to unscrew anything, or we don't, it's not all just glued down, so you then have to go, oh no, got a problem. It's all removable. So that's what I went with. So here we go. False floor. These are the male parts of the little bow clips. Yeah, they're called bow clips. I'm sure they are. And yes, so this just clips in. So I've gone with 7 because they're pretty strong, but I want it to be nice and firm. And then this is my false floor. So obviously that's gonna be the top. So when you fit these, you have to drill through like a 12.5 mil hole. I think it's maybe a 13 mil hole. So it's a big old hole. Clip goes through, screw them on, and then I thought, well, I'll fill them off, make them nice and smooth. So then when this gets covered, we can't see any of it, because otherwise that would look pretty naff, wouldn't it? And then using my good old trusty cardboard template that I had that was just kind of sitting in the back for ages. I was able to cut out my amp hole and my sub hole, and yeah, it worked out a treat actually. Took a bit of time just, you know, to fettle it and get it right, but yeah, it's worked out really nicely. And then as you saw, we have very simple but effective just strip LED lights basically. Loads brighter than the ones we were originally trying to use, but obviously you can still, the standard ones you stick in your, you know, around your TV or in your room or whatever, and get your controller, and you can have as many different colours as you want. Yeah, and they're just kind of stuck on there. Tricky to get around corners, but you know, I've done kind of what I can. Maybe at some point we could look into possibly something else, because they're not the most expensive thing in the world, so it's not a, you know, it wouldn't be a waste if we suddenly went, oh, let's change them. And obviously because it's all underneath, we're able to change it all nice and easily. But we'll go with them for the moment. Once it's all covered and stuff, it'll all look neater. And anyway, when it's all clipped down, you can't see it. So and it just works nice treat anyway. It looks really good, gives the effect we want it to. And then what else have I done? Oh yes, I've made the secondary panel. So once the false floor's in, and you know, you've got subs and amp and everything on view, if you actually still want to use the boot and just chuck stuff in there, I've then cut out another panel that will then go in. This will be covered just in carpet, and then that's gonna, I need to like fettle it down a little bit because it's a bit tight, but that's cool. And then this can just be put in over the top, and then it just looks like a normal boot basically. So A, everything's away from prying eyes, and B, we can just chuck stuff in there and do what we need to do. So you know, if we were going off to a show or something like that, we can bung all the things we need in there. When we get there, take it out, everything's on view and looks cool. That's kind of where we're at now. I need to work on the mount for the little amp controller. It's going up the front. That's my next sort of, even though it's only small, it's my next big project, is getting a panel to sit in there really nicely and smoothly. Obviously it's going to look very aftermarket because of the shape of everything, but as long as it's done neatly and nicely, it should look pretty good. So that's going to be my next kind of thing to be making, and then we need to start looking at the headliner and stuff as well. And then once we're happy that everything can be dry fitted and everything's working and doing its job, then we can start, you know, covering stuff, upholstering things, and getting the car back together. But other than that, oh, you'll probably notice we've got new number plates as well. We've got some metal press number plates. I know they're not everyone's favourites, and everyone get, you know, some people like the 4D ones and the gel ones and stuff, but I'm a big fan of the metal press plates. I think they look really cool, especially on German cars. It's a good looking thing. And we've all agreed that it kind of finished off the back of the car really nicely now. Front bumper, I think, is just about sprayed, so that's going to get picked up soon. So it's all starting to go back together now. So it's starting to look like a car again, and it's all getting exciting. Plus we can, you know, we can turn it on and listen to it as well now, which is all good fun. I think that's about it. So until next time, and we'll give you another little update. We'll see you again soon. Keep checking all the videos out. Leave any comments you got or any questions, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Cheers.